Wesley Woodyard Show brought to you by Century Casino and Dazzle. And, of course, it is Red Robin Tuesday. A little Method. Is this Wu-Tang? Or is this just Method?
It's Wu-Tang Clan, yeah.
Is it Wu-Tang Clan? All right. Enter the 36 chambers. We'll do that a little bit more later. Joining us right now every Tuesday, we're joined with our good friends at Red Robin. Who celebrate another good Broncos ass whipping. I think I can call it anything else other than that, right, Brittany? Brittany Johnson.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Hey, Brittany.
It's fantastic. Obviously, you guys do the Red Robin Tavern Double Tuesdays, and when the Broncos get more than 2 sacks, and I don't know if you guys properly thought this out that Wesley was going to be a Pro Bowler, Vaughn was going to lead the league in sacks outside of Alden Smith last night. You guys are just giving away hamburgers left and right over there, right?
Right, yeah, we are. It's a lot of fun, actually. I know it's Wesley's show, but I really got to give it up to Von Miller for this last Saturday, getting those 3 sacks and bringing us Tavern Double Tuesday
I got to give it up to him.
Yeah, you get the ooey gooey cheese now, my friend.
Ooey gooey cheese.
And you guys, too, obviously, we've been talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, and with that being a road game, that means you guys do road game viewing parties there at Red Robin. So tell us a little bit about where that's going to be at.
Right, so basically every away game, we really celebrate by kind of having a party at any of our Colorado locations. This next Fan Central location that we'll be hosting at is at our Powers location down in Colorado Springs. We're going to have a bunch of cheerleaders there. Miles is going to be taking some pictures for the kids and everything. And, again, it's just a lot of fun. We're going to have a bunch of prizes, happy hour all day. Just a good fun day.
Brittany's going to be a great stuff. We appreciate you guys being a part of here. And then the Red Robin Tuesdays, again, I think when they did it, they're like, I think the defense is going to be pretty good. But then sure enough, we get Pro Bowlers hopping out of nowhere, Wesley. So you're going to have to personally reimburse Red Robin for this with this promotion. You realize that, right?
Hey, Red Robin's already sponsoring my toy drive, by the way. So, we're just working hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Brittany, thanks for the time this morning, all right?
Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.
There it is. Remember, it is Red Robin Tuesday because that Broncos player right now. All right. How many times have you voted for yourself in the Pro Bowl? Don't lie.
I haven't voted.
Not once?
Not once.
You don't send like the email all to everyone?
No, I haven't. I honestly
How many
haven't.
times has your mom voted?
Yeah.
I haven't checked on my mom, but I'm sure she's voted a lot.
Fiance?
Vote for my son.
There's like signs and all the yards and the Grange.
Yeah,
man, that's what we should do. You should probably go out there and put a political attack ad on all the rest of the different linebackers up there.
Oh man, get out of here.
Find out on the Dover, producer extraordinaire. Go ahead and find out the different linebackers, outside linebackers that.
Well, the guy he's behind is Vaughn, so probably got to be a little careful about that one.
I'm gonna say it. I don't think you're catching Vaughn.
I know.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry.
I know. This guy has like 200, 300 followers on Twitter, so his universe is way bigger than mine.
Find out who else it is, because I want you to start doing some attack ads on some of these guys. That's the way to do it, in the political way, right?
Yeah.
That's the way. We're going to be joining Nate Irving here in a little bit. I'm going to call him selfish, so make sure you hold on to that. There's a reason why to do that. Before we get into that, though, you're an SEC guy. I'm an SEC guy. Lindsay covered the Florida Gators for a while.
I did. I'm an SEC guy.
And you're an SEC guy.
When did you cover Florida?
07.
Tebow years.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to Commonwealth Stadium.
When we had game day?
No, when you guys played Florida.
When we had game day.
Was it when we had game day?
No, in 07. I don't think it was there that year.
Yeah.
She was out there
The
scouting.
game you hurt Tebow?
Oh, no. That wasn't the year. You're right.
No,
right.
it was like the week after you beat LSU, though.
Yeah, that was after I was going.
And I bring that up because there's all the news this morning that's talking about Rutgers and Maryland going to the Big Ten, which it doesn't mean the football tradition. What it means is eyeballs on television. The Maryland president or Big Ten, Jim Delaney, even says it. Where you make money anymore is not filling the stadium and concessions and programs. It is how many eyeballs can you get on television sets, okay? And it's a tough situation. So I got this idea. You're an SEC guy. What do you need the NCAA for?
What do you need the NCAA for?
And I say that because you've got, you're shrugging your shoulders here in studio. Why not add? The SEC is so big, right?
Yeah.
It is the penultimate of college football. There's NFL football, there's SEC football, and I think there's everybody else. Okay? I just think that's the way it is. And you look at the numbers. If the Pac-12 gets $4 billion, why not, if you're SEC football, you say we're going to add 2 more teams, we go to 16, and totally secede from NCAA. You create your own super conference, and you handle it the way you do. Why cut out the NCAA middleman? Why do you need?
I like that idea, but then you take away from the tradition and.
You could still have those games.
What SEC
Kentucky can still get beat by Florida. Hey.
And Kentucky can still beat LSU.
2 words,
triple
man.
overtime.
Bluegrass miracle. Miracle.
I wasn't there for that.
I know.
Y'all beat us 49-0. Then we came back and whooped y'all.
Yeah, well, LSU, did they still win a national championship that year?
We beat the national champion.
But would that not make sense? Lindsay, talk me off this ledge of why – if the money is so big now, it's not as if anyone's going.
All about.
It would only work for football. It could only apply to football. You couldn't do that to all your other sports. Couldn't do that to your girls, your ladies' sports.
Why could you not?
Your academic.
If you've got 16 teams.
SEC women's basketball is big now.
Tennessee's been great. Yeah. LSU's had some good women's basketball.
But nobody's going to care. I mean, if you can't have a 16-team basketball league, and that's it.
Okay, you have an SEC power conference. And 16 teams are there. The bottom 4 teams every 2 years get relegated down to the ACC. See, you go SEC and ACC can be
that's going to burn Nate Irving sitting here. Relegated to the ACC.
I never lost to an ACC team ever.
With that,
let's bring in Nate Irving.
That's perfect. That's what we call on radio the segue, Wesley. Nate Irving cracking up. It is the Wesley Woodyard Show, so we can't control it. Wesley just tells us what direction. Nate, you like that song? What is that, Love Machine?
I love that song.
What's up? What up, Nate?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Good to have you on the show, man. You know you're my first ever guest, right?
Oh, man.
You're
Thanks
not.
for giving me that honor.
Yeah, well, Nate, we tried to call 8 other guys. Nobody was answering this morning. That's what Wesley said. Well, I think Nate's up. No, the first thing Wesley came in studio, he's like, we got to get Nate on. Obviously, the great play in the block punt, and I called it selfish. And bear with me. I think it's selfish with the block punt because you robbed Trendon Holiday of a chance, an LSU guy, to get a touchdown. Am I wrong?
You know, like you said, it's that SEC thing going on. So, I try to keep it out of the SEC guys' hands. Put on for the ACC, something like that.
Hey, you got to do your thing. But, hey, man, I definitely want to say that, I've been one of the guys that's been a leader in special team tackles throughout the last 4 years, and I'm glad to see you out there making plays, and that's the biggest thing, man, because that special teams, most people don't know how dangerous it is on one play, man, and people got to make tackles. So, what's your mindset when you go out there and you get down the field and you see a returner in the open field?
Shoot my gun. I don't want to run into somebody, like Trendon Holiday in the open field and chop my feet and slow down, and have him make sports in the top 10 and see me on my face in the grass or something like that. So it's just going down there and shooting your gun, man, just being a playmaker.
Yeah, man, that's what you got to do.
Well, Nate, how are you able to come back? Because there was a really scary hit that you had on a special teams play and a punt earlier this year. How were you able to come back from kind of that hit to be leading the team in special teams tackles?
Just to put it behind me, it's just one of those things where it was just a freak accident because, the hit didn't even look bad, but, it was a concussion. So I just put it behind me and said, hey, that's going to happen in the game of football. You just got to just keep going.
Hey, and it also helps when you got your teammates laughing at you on the sideline too, right?
Hey, that's the first thing I remember when I came to, they took my face mask off, and Wesley was sitting right in front of me pointing and laughing. So I'm like, it can't get no worse than that.
Nate Irving joining us here on the Wesley Woodyard Show. Okay, Nate, besides, that shows to me, though, that there's a good vibe. That in years past on some of these squad, there hasn't probably been this much camaraderie among the guys. And is there a different feeling this year? And when did that start? Did it start in the offseason?
It kind of started in the off season, you know, doing workouts and everything. You've seen guys gelling together, and you do that from working out together. But you know, going through the season, ups and downs and things like that, I think that's what brought us even closer together.
And it's the idea that we talk about it. I mean, you were joking around, and you face former players. You guys are going to face a couple of former players in Peyton Hillis and Brady Quinn. And even there's a little trash talking going on to Eddie Royal during this last game. Do you get up for facing some of the guys that you used to play with, either play with or maybe even against in college?
In college, yeah, I do. I have a friend, Terrell Manning, who I can't wait, you know, until I play against him. It's always something when you play against, you know, your former teammates. It gives you that extra, you know, that extra energy that you need to go out there and play your best.
Nate, we've been asking about special teams here, but you've been getting a lot more work on defense in these different packages. How do you think that transition's going for you, and how have you improved as a defensive player this year?
I think it's going pretty good. You know, I still have, you know, things I need to work on, but I think special teams helps me out. You know, it teaches you, you know, to play fast, and that's what the coaches are looking for on defense. You know what you're doing and play fast and doing it.
Nate, Wesley's not going to say it here in studio, but I got a feeling he's politicking behind the scenes for these Pro Bowl votes. So has he run up to you and basically like had you to refresh the cookies and stuff like that and keep voting for you, or what? Is there campaigning in the locker room right now, or what?
Man, you wouldn't believe how much campaigning this guy's been doing. He's sending me texts every day talking about Pro Bowl. I think he's deserving of it, though. You know, you look at his stats, you know, I think he's a deserving guy of it.
Although there's no way that Wes campaigns more than David Bruton does.
Oh, Brute's funny. Brute's hilarious. Brute's hilarious. Hey, Nate, man, it's a pleasure for you to have you come on the show, man. Keep it up, man. See you in about 2 hours at film study.
Oh, yeah, I'll see you, buddy.
Is this Love Machine? Nate Irving gets his own. Nate Love Machine Irving. That's what we're going to start calling him right now. It was good for Wood. We broke that on the show. Love Machine Irving. Nate, thanks for the time this morning. All right, buddy?
Thanks, Nate.
There it is, Nate Irving. Love Machine Irving. That's a good, solid day. I like that better than Raheem the Dream Moore.
Hey, man, you say we have some of those weird songs we listen to.
Yeah.
Before the game to calm us down, that's one of those weird
Love
songs.
Machine? At what point does this look in the iPod and go?
If it makes him go out there and block a punt, that's cool.
If it comes on the iPod, it makes you play hard. Sometimes you can't listen to that game playlist all the time.
You can't. It's too much.
Whatever comes on, comes on.
I tell you, hey, I like I said, I went with my good buddy Chris Morales and a couple of guys right here in town, saw Bruce Springsteen. But we're gonna put one. If we give you a song, would you include it into the? Now to hell with that, because if that screws up the vibe right now. I don't want to be the guy that I don't know why we're playing Born to Run in the locker room. It's not a good situation.
I think it'd go over all right on a different side of your locker room.
Yeah,
a little Springsteen.
Yeah, it would. Not on our side.
Maybe around like the Cooper, Copen.
Yeah, on the O-line.
Basically,
side.
The fat white guys. I think they're going to be cool with it. Is that what you're saying?
I don't see race, Peter.
Listen, I did. That's all I saw yesterday. There was like 20,000.
Not a lot of black guys at the Bruce Springsteen concert.
Yeah, that was a little bit. It was a.
Every middle-aged white guy biting his lip.
It was
everybody looks like Kiz.
I've never seen somebody awkward like fist pumps, like 55-year-old guys. You know, like caddies when they try to high five. Like it's just so bad.
Kids, we miss you today, man.
Speaking of old white guys, poor Mark Kizla not joining us today. 303-297-1510. We got a couple questions here. You can hit them up on Twitter at Woodrow52. We'll answer those on the other side. You can follow Lindsay at by Lindsay H. Jones or myself at Peter Burns Radio. 303-297-1510. It's the Wesley Woodyard Show with Nate the Love Machine Irving, and who knows, SpongeBob, somebody I don't even know. You're listening to the Press Box, Wesley Woodyard Show on Mile High Sports.